Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Heart 210, where we talk about life topics that'll hopefully get your life to 10. Today I have here with me Yoshi and Luing, and we're going to be talking about codependency. Let's go. So, codependency.
Oh man.
Yeah, codependency. It's a fun topic. I know that some people online, I think they kind of romanticize the idea of what codependency is because of like the way that like romance movies do things. Like you always got to be with your significant other. You always got to be spending time with them.
And they're your best friend, etc. I mean, we touched on this in another topic, but like I was saying how, you know, Sarah has her best friends and I have my best friends, which is these guys, right? And we are a team, me and Sarah, but we're not like, you know, it's not like we only one or the other, and you only need that one person because you need other
you need
people.
a good circle of people to be with you, and
you need a group of friends that can be there for you in other ways.
Yeah,
right?
And I think that the problem with that is that nowadays people are so concerned with the idea of doing like being the best friend of the person that you're with and just falling in too deeply. But the problem with that is that by doing that, you're not making the relationship healthier. You're actually making it worse for the other person because you're putting a lot on them and putting a lot on yourself.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
You know?
Yeah, that's
Plus,
true.
it also just kind of just strangles the relationship because if you're just constantly interacting with the same person all the time, like you're not able to, you know, interact with other people, see how other people...
You can't grow.
Yeah, you really can't grow because you're just constantly together.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest problem with codependency. I think people don't know how to label it correctly, so it gets to a situation where you think that you're in a healthy relationship because you're just spending all the time in the world with one person, and then next thing you know, you're actually like lost. You're like, oh shoot, what am I going to do without this person? Yeah. It's always good to like depend on your partner because that's the person you're going to be.
Because you're a team.
Yeah,
totally.
You're a team, and you're going to be spending the rest of your life with them.
You help each other's weaknesses. True. Yeah. But I think also there's a certain point, right? When you're married, it's a little different. But when you're just like, it's your first month and you guys are best friends, like maybe not.
And that's also the biggest thing too. It's like codependency can make you lie to yourself and make you think that like, oh, I'm super in love with that person, where in fact you're actually just incredibly codependent.
Dependent.
Yeah, you're incredibly codependent, and also it turns attraction and lust into this idea of what you think romance is, you know, and that's dangerous. I think that's when it gets really dangerous, when it starts to affect you and you think like, oh, this is good. I need this. I have to be like this. That's just the person that I am. I pour out my heart for everyone. But I don't know.
Well, also, one of the things about codependency is it's not just constantly spending time with each other, but it's doing things for them that they can do for themselves because it makes you feel validated because you're helping them.
That's a really big point in it too, because that creates a situation of like, I guess, toxic necessity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you're training somebody to depend on you. And so because you're codependent, you try to validate other people. I mean, you try to do things for other people to validate them. Yeah. And then you end up getting to a point of just, oh, let's both be codependent with each other.
Yeah, I think a relationship, any relationship should be two individuals. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Being in this relationship. Whether it be a friendship or you know, a romantic relationship. But if it's, you know, if you're so codependent on one person that you become this one being, I suppose, it's dangerous for everybody, and that's where it like...
I want to touch on that a little bit more, the whole being one being. I think that's probably the biggest aspect of it is don't let someone define you. And being codependent does that. And so it's a hard trap to get out of because you start to like define yourself by the people that surround you as opposed to being an individual and highlighting other people in their lives, you know? So on the topic of codependency, how would you recommend somebody, get help for codependency or how to grow from codependency?
Hobbies.
Hobbies?
A lot of people, not a lot of people. I've grown up with a lot of hobbies and I've never, you know, I guess run out of things to do. But I know a few people that don't have hobbies, and I'm realizing that they get bored easy, or they they can't find themselves within other people, so they have to be with other people for them to feel solid and as a full person, and instead of being able to be by themselves and do their own thing, and enjoy their time with themselves, and find things to do, and if you can make your hobby into a job, even better. Or a career, even better.
Hobbies, friends, because I feel like a lot of codependency roots from insecurity, roots from you not having a lot of self-worth and self-esteem. So hobbies definitely help, because hobbies help shape you as a person so that you're sure of yourself more so of what you can do and what you can't do. Anything you want to add to it?
I mean, it really is just being grounded in who you are. So I actually struggle with codependency. It's something
I'm always we still accept you.
But it's something I'm aware of, and it's something that I'm working on, because I do realize that I lose myself a lot. So one of the things that I've been trying to do is just finding things that I enjoy doing, whether it's making music or even
playing video games
or building Gundams, just stuff like that, things that entertain me. And then once I'm grounded in who I am, what I want to do in my life, it makes it so that you're not as dependent on someone else to find meaning in.
And the reason why I think codependency is also so darn toxic is because of the effect that it has. Let's say I am a codependent person and I'm trying to go out looking for a date or looking for a partner, and while you're doing this, you're searching for someone to fill that void, and you're putting a lot of stress on another person to do that for you. The reason why this is so bad is because, one, if the other person's not codependent and the other person's healthy and confident, you're not gonna get anywhere with this person. That person's gonna see right off the bat that, oh, this guy is so codependent. I don't want to be with someone who puts that much effort on me. I mean, I'm sure most of you guys have heard the phrase clingy or needy.
Yeah.
All that stems from codependency. And yes, I'm sure you could find somebody who can be codependent with you and you guys could have a codependent life, but that's not healthy, because then you start to close yourself off from other people. You start to close yourself off from your family. And even if you're codependent to your family, codependent people tend to, in my opinion anyways, they tend to just latch onto whatever's filling that void for them, And also imagine being in a relationship with someone who is codependent and you're only there because you're filling a void.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in that position.
Right, exactly.
You don't ever want to think that you're in a relationship with someone to just be there to fill a void. You want to be there because you mean something. You could add something to their lives. One of the things that I used to talk about a lot was wanting to be with someone instead of needing to be with someone. That's a good indicator if you're being codependent or not. If you need to be with your significant other instead of wanting to be with that significant other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, there's a big difference in that.
Yeah.
Because, with wanting to be with them, it's obviously you're okay whether or not they're here. But if they are here, it
makes everything better.
It makes it better, but you're okay if they're not. Whereas if you need them, it's just oh, when are we gonna hang out? When are we gonna?
Dude, that actually brings up an amazing topic. That's an addiction. Codependency is an addiction.
Yeah, it really is.
And it is because in our media nowadays, it is so romanticized, this idea of, codependency. They sugarcoat it into something else, and they're like, oh, they love you because they're so clingy. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. But it is sugar-coated, and it is viewed in different ways in media nowadays. So it is tough to be, I guess, to change our wiring to realize that codependency is toxic.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, just like any other addiction, it's just you gotta gradually work on it.
Yeah.
You also realizing the problem.
Realizing the problem is probably the biggest thing about it. But I really want to get into this deeper, but I don't think we have much more time. Is there anything else you guys want to add on before we are done with this?
No. Get some hobbies.
Yeah.
Go do something.
Yeah, so to recap, get some hobbies, figure out...
One last thing I did want to talk about, circling back to the whole, besides just constantly needing to be with them, but just doing stuff for them too, as part of codependency. At that point, you're also kind of just enabling them.
Yeah.
Which...
is also dangerous.
Yeah, Crap. Where was I going?
No, that's okay.
That's a whole other,
That's pretty much it. And my main thing that I want to add on to it is that by being codependent, you're putting a lot of power and pressure on somebody else to control your happiness.
over your life.
Yeah.
Exactly. Don't give other people that power. Take control of it yourself.
Dangerous. You shouldn't have to be sacrificing yourself just to feel validated by someone else.
But again, codependency goes both ways. You could enable and you could demand a lot from people.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all the time we have for today. Thank you guys for coming, and we'll see you guys next week. That's 210 out. That's so much fun to do.
It is.